In this video, we're going to talk about fringe calculation and how to determine the amount of fringe you're able to bill to your grant. So what are fringe benefits? According to the CFR, fringe benefits are allowances and services provided by employers to their employees as compensation in addition to regular salaries and wages. Some of the common benefits are employer insurance, pensions and retirement, workers' compensation, unemployment costs, FICA taxes, and they could be paid out leave. The paid out leave would be if an employee leaves your agency and they have something like vacation time that they have accrued that needs to be paid out. You would bill that under fringe, and it could be included in your fringe benefit bill. So what are the steps to factoring your fringe amount? First, you're going to calculate the total amount of employer-paid fringe benefits. It's important to pay attention to whether it's an employee-paid fringe benefit or an employer-paid fringe benefit. They're very different, and you cannot be reimbursed for the employee-paid portion of benefits. So make sure when you're calculating that you're only factoring in the employer-paid benefits. Next, you're going to calculate the percent of employees' wages that are being billed to the grant. When calculating this, you want to remove any overtime that was paid out, but you must include all of the employees' wages. So if they have multiple roles in your agency, you should still include their total wage to be used to find the percentage. Then you're going to multiply the amount of benefits by the percentage of wages being billed. Remember, you cannot bill a higher percent of benefits than the percent of wages being billed. So if you bill 50% of an employee's wages, you can only bill up to 50% of their benefits. So here's a couple examples. And here's the formula that you're going to use to calculate this. It's going to be the fringe amount times the salary percent, which will give you the allowable fringe amount. So if you have Pam, who's your advocate, and Pam is paid $4,000 for the period of billing, but you only bill $3,000 of Pam's salary to your grant. That means that you've billed 75% of Pam's salary. Pam has a total amount of benefits at $2,000. So you take that $2,000 times by the 75%, which gives you the $1,500 as the maximum amount of allowable fringe to be billed. Another example is Jim. Jim was paid $6,000 during the period, but you only billed $3,000 of Jim's wages, which gives you 50% of his wages being billed. Jim had a benefit cost of $4,000. So when you take the 50% times 4,000, it gives you $2,000 of allowable fringe to be billed. Remember, you cannot go over the percent of wages billed when you are billing fringe. So you're limited to whatever percent of salary was billed for the amount of fringe to be billed as well. You can bill under that, but you cannot bill over that amount.